class?
I don't have any idea.
You think we should ask the teacher or something?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
What is a costing system and how exactly does it help a company?
Costing systems help companies determine the cost of a product related to the revenue it generates. So 2 common costing systems used in business are traditional costing and activity-based costing. Traditional costing assigns manufacturing overhead based on the volume of a cost driver, such as the amount of direct labor hours needed to produce an item. On the other hand, ABC allocates the cost of manufacturing a product according to the activities needed to produce an item.
You mentioned a cost driver. Can you explain what that is?
Cost driver is a variable such as the level of activity or volume that casually affects costs over a given time span. Does that help everyone?
Yeah, can you explain that a little more?
Traditional costing is a much easier way of determining the cost of a product since it solely relies on assigning average overhead rates. This also means it won't always be as accurate because it doesn't factor in non-manufacturing expenses or determine which overhead costs actually affect specific products. Traditional costing systems can also result in significant overcosting and undercosting. Under an ABC system, direct materials and direct manufacturing labor costs can be traced to products easily, so the ABC system focuses on refining the assignment of indirect costs to departments, processes, products, and other cost objects. Greater costing accuracy is the primary benefit of activity-based costing. Companies also assign costs only to the products that require the activity for production. This method eliminates allocating irrelevant costs to a product. It's a bit more complicated and time-consuming, and although it's more relevant because the non-manufacturing expenses are added in, such as the administrative and managerial costs. So this is a chart of the traditional system, and as you can see, there's only one cost allocation base, and it is allocated to each product. This is the ABC system, and as you can see, there's multiple activity rates and multiple cost pools, and they allocate to each product based on how much they use.
We chose to do our real-life example about ABC costing on Einstein bagels. For example, say you make a bacon, egg, and cheese. You need an electrical hookup to toast the bagel. You also need an electrical hookup to cook the egg and bacon. This expense can't be split between a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel and a coffee. It needs to be allocated to just the bacon, egg, and cheese. You can also treat the supplies expense in a similar way. Say for a cup of coffee, a customer usually grabs only 1 napkin, but for a bacon, egg, and cheese, the customer grabs 4. You can use this info to allocate the supplies expense. You can calculate which percentage of the supplies expense is used by a coffee customer and a bacon, egg, and cheese customer. If coffee drinkers use 1,000 out of 5,000 napkins, then 20% of the napkins are going to coffee customers. So you allocate $100 of the $500 supplies expense to coffee, and the rest will be allocated to the bagel product line. You are just tracing overhead costs to product lines.